badly then. Got to be careful down here. Oh, it's road. Is it the bloody road? Wait, did you get that?
Yeah, I think I did, yeah.
Shit, he's took a chunk out of the road. He'll have another bigger knocking sound on his car now. Come on, Baz! You're flipping holding me up, man! Come on! The little Clio flipping wants to get past.
Freezing.
TVR electronics. M3's left a bit of its underside on the road. Took a bit of the Welsh tarmac away. Must admit, the 182 struggling to stay with the M3 down that stretch we've just come down. I was sort of topping out in third and putting it to fourth gear, so the M3 was slowly starting to pull away. This is the famous corner for many car magazines, and we've got the best car in the front of the picture.
And a joker behind the camera.
Oi! There's the M3 driver that's only taking back part of his car. Trying to outdo a flipping 182. Bring it on! Elan Valley 2020.
You were saying 9 then, weren't you?
One of the most admirable qualities of Rich that I've always admired, liked, is his humbleness and his humility.
And knowing what you.
Porsche Cayman S. Jason's going to have a quick spin up the hill. We were taking the piss out of John and the TVR, but you'll find this afternoon everybody's under the M3 finding the knocking noise.
Mechanic efficiency.
I'm going to pull a Mooney there.
Yeah.
Come on, Baz, give us a blip, man. Give us a blip. Go on then, Baz. That sounds lush. E93 M3.
Jason's had his own phone.
What's going, man? He's supposed to be cleaning up this hairpin. He just drove off into the distance. Flipping.
See him coming out.
Come on, Jace. For the Porsche boys.
Small penis club. Did he get something there? Yeah.
Nice that,
Why are
Jay.
you flashing?
We thought you had a problem.
I was just waiting up there for
Clear spot.
well, yeah, because that other car came past me up there, and I was
Yeah.
expecting to see them come up here, but they parked down there, and then I saw that other one come down. So.
I'm just going to zoom in here at these. These are for yes, for I don't know.
Pussies.
I'm not. I don't know what for pussies. That's probably the best way of explaining that.
Yeah, I can just see some air coming off of that.
The end of the day. So we've just reconvened back at the near Ryder, and it's been a fantastic day. Surprisingly, the TVR's made it in one piece.
It's not home yet.
Yeah, although it's still got 100 miles to get home. The M3, oh dear. The Germanic BMW M3's got a knocking sound.
Sitting a bit low at the back
Trying
as well,
to,
so I'm sure
trying to stay pace with the little 182. And the Cayman was flawless, probably because it was been driven so slowly. I think I can safely say it's held its own in the group test. So we're on his way back for the Elan Valley. It's been a flipping great day. With all four cars have been great, and we've all had a super time. The 182, I'm a little bit nervous at the start of the day. Have I took the wrong car? Is it going to get beat up by the M3 and the Cayman? And I have to say, it's been absolutely epic, the little 182. The turning is crisp. It cocks up the inside rear wheel on slow corners. It just eggs you to drive it harder and faster. If you can keep it above the sort of 5,000 revs, it's very similar to sort of VTEC, and it'll just absolutely screams the engine, and it's just so addictive. And for large parts of today, do you know what? There's nothing in it, give or take on the road. There was one section that was quite fast. I was topping out in third, and the M3 just started to gain on the straights. But I have to say, at some more moderate speeds, the second, third gear corners, and for the majority of that Elan Valley, it was absolutely sensational. And all it does, it keeps saying, is that enough? You can just turn in the car at speeds you just don't think you can go round. And it just, the back end just comes round so quickly. It makes the steering so responsive. It was absolutely sensational. I'm so pleased, and this all for a car that cost me between 2,000 and 2,500. value. For the other cars, they've all performed really, really well. The M3 was awesome on the straights, the 400 brake horsepower, absolutely muddled some of the straights, but that's carried a bit too much speed on a couple, had a few compressions and took a chunk out of the road at one stage, and it has got a bit of a sort of knocking noise on the back of the car now under acceleration, so he'll have to get that sorted. The Cayman was absolutely faultless and it was so precise, and it was just, but the 182 was always on the heels of both of them and then could never get away from it, and that is a iconic measure of where this car sits really. And I think joining the TVR, sort of the mid-90s traditional V8 rear-wheel drive, a classic car, but certainly was the slowest of the three for very good reason. No ABS, no traction control, but you know what, didn't care because he's had just as much fun as the rest of us have. And I have to say, you look and say that for you can pick up 182s for just over £1,000. I've had no less fun than anybody else today, and I just feel at the moment it's almost the buy of the moment, these 182s. Fantastic it has been. I think the only criticism I've got of the car today, the brakes, with some prolonged use, sort of 10 minutes hard use on the road, with lots and lots of braking through the twisty stuff, and the brakes just started to go a little bit soft, a little bit squidgy at times, so a bit more brake feel would certainly help. But we've had a flipping great time, great day, and I have to say, I think the 182's come through this absolutely with flying colours. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give me the thumbs up. Please subscribe and stay tuned, because there'll be another video coming up very, very soon.